Welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom, and in continuing with Kirsten's, along with her cats, which don't show up anywhere else except for her birthday book. Now that I've read everything, but we're going to be looking at Kirsten's theater kit. This is very similar. If you saw my other reviews on Felicity's, I think Felicity and Josephina. I don't forget that I've done Josephina. So the format is identical. This came out in 1994. So similar with the other two, it comes with, in this one, the home is where the heart is. So this is a play about Kirsten. This is the director's guide. So it comes with an introduction, talks about plays, comes with a similar, this is their little play thing. So, little poster. I mess with this. Okay, let's put this back in here. So very, again, similar format. It has an introduction. Kirsten would basically talks about, they didn't really get to see plays that were popular, such as apparently Uncle Tom's Cabin. We'll get to that. That's in Addie's. Or plays by Shakespeare, but they learned about drama and they're reading poems. So they weren't really, again, they're on the frontier. So gives pretty much identical to what you would have seen it in the other, both Felicity's and Josephina's, where you have the play summary. It takes place when the, for some reason they put this at the very beginning of Kirsten's stories. Quite literally, it recounts the beginning. I can't remember what Josephina's was. Felicity's was her school story. But this is Kirsten's start, which is, for me, very odd. Just because this is when Marta dies. So it's an odd thing to do. So I didn't actually like this play. I mean, I love the format, I love the idea, but I did not like this. Because, I mean, the main characters, you have Kirsten, you have Marta, you have her mother, then you have her father, and you have Elizabeth and Anna. So, which are her cousins. And you have go through the various jobs, the directors, keeping the play moving, talking about music and sound effects, and then it talks about the props. So in the first one, 2 rag dolls, 2 small bundles, and a basket of cherries. That's Act 1. And Act 2, a pile of laundry, a bucket and a washboard, a clothesline, and a peg of clothespins. Because again, this covers when Kirsten gets lost in New York, briefly. Act 3 is Kirsten's rag doll and a shawl. Act 4 is a mat in the sick bay, a pillow and a blanket. And Act 5 is 3 heavy bundles and a small bouquet of flowers. So that is, and then it talks about in the scenes. The first scene is a park near the docks on a sunny day in New York City. Act 2 is a sunny backyard of the Chicago boarding house where the girls meet up again. Act 3 is the deck of the riverboat at sunset. Act 4 is the riverboat sick bay just before dawn. And then Act 5 is a muddy road on a rainy afternoon. So it talks about that. So then it goes through the play. Here, I'll put the director's guide down. And just like all the other ones, they have 4 play scripts. So in this one, basically it goes through, the first act is they're on the ship. They get off the ship. They talk about taking a train. Marta gets sick. And Marta dies. And then basically she enters the sick bay. And her parents take her away. And then Marta kind of dies. So with Kirsten with her, which again doesn't actually happen in the story. Kirsten's not there. Basically, she sneaks in to see Marta sick, and the next thing she knows, Marta's dead. And basically, so that's, then they leave, and then basically you get them running into, what's interesting, eventually, mostly, and then Anna and Elizabeth enter at the end, at the very end. So that is it. So why I think this is a great format I don't particularly like the subject matter of this one. Not that I don't highly recommend it. It's a great way for kids to learn about the story and to interact with it. I find it odd, the story they picked. So, I mean, they could have easily picked her school story or something else than Marta dying. I mean, they could have picked her winter story where you have her and her father going through the storm, something like that. Instead, they picked this. Nonetheless, great format, not fond of the story. So that is really it for this review. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. I will be continuing with Kirsten. I'm doing some mass videos tonight because we are at the end of April. When I am filming this, you guys will see this in, I think it's, I'm trying to think, June. Which oddly enough, it's got to be June, which is Kirsten's birthday month, oddly enough. She's born, and no, that complete coincidence. I am doing these in time period order. So at the time I'm filming this, Josephina should be finishing up, and then you guys will move into Cecile and Marie Grace, which is what happens before Kirsten. And after Kirsten, I will head into Addie. So, and then off to Samantha. Massive jump. Going from the 1860s to the early 1900s. So, nonetheless, and for some reason the wind is blowing. Or not the wind, my air conditioner. No wind. But nonetheless. Again, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a positive comment if you have one. I will see you next time. Thank you.